stay until we soothe our soul. It takes all that long.
Whoa. Put on the brakes.
Yes.
Welcome, boys and girls, children of all ages, woodchucks and chuckettes, hoofties, poofties, bung-eyed heifers, right and left wing wackos, to the Northeast Kingdom, to it's news to us. Oh, we got the warning first. It's news to us. We're Newport, Vermont, oldest TV news watches new, as they say up here. Hail new, brown cow. We got adult themes, adult language. You're advised. We try to be clean, but every now and then one does slip out. Oh, and thank you for the chalk, guys. This is great. I'll make sure that we.
Yeah.
This is a present from the.
Chalk's a crime here.
From the directors, because writing on Newport's sidewalks with chalk is a capital offense in Vermont, Andy.
Yes, it is.
I got to talk to one of the
offense, you will die.
Chalk writers later, as a matter of fact. But oh my God, we got news.
News.
We're going fast and we're going hard here. So if you just pay attention, it might be fast for a lot of folks, but you can always go slow later. And all right, we'll get with the Vermont news first, I guess, Andy.
Yes,
it's always of interest. And oh my God, speaking of which, here we are. It's Shummy Care. Vermont, they keep a lot, the Democrats suck and the Republicans blow. All right. That's
true.
But, as Philo says, but the Shummy Care here in Vermont, the progressives or the Democrats are always saying, yeah, look at Vermont. They're getting their own health care. Well, now the estimates are coming in, and the price tag is only 1.7 to 5.9 billion, Andy.
For what?
For the single-payer system.
Yeah, well, that ain't ever going to happen.
Yeah, they keep delaying it and hemming and hawing and God knows what. Stay away from the hospital, boys and girls. I tell you, they almost killed me.
Yeah, well, that's true.
This is from Sunday's paper. New figures given on healthcare system costs. Vermont's plan for publicly funded single-payer healthcare could cost the state 1.7 to 2.1 billion. But then it goes up to the total cost of the plan is nearly 5.9 billion if you get to the end of the article, of course. According to the latest estimate, most of that would be covered by federal funding, federal funding.
17 trillion in the hole. They got more money to come.
Sure.
Printing it up.
Yeah. We gotta pay those teachers who can't teach the kids.
Yeah. If you are a parent, teach your children anything you can. Let them study on their own. Get on the web. Study. Read.
Yeah.
Don't count on the schools. They will leave them behind.
Yeah, you can teach a kid to read and write before they go to school. That's what happened with me,
And get them to do all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, find out what they like and go with it.
There you go.
State warns resident about displaced bears. All hunters, skiers, and travelers. Ooh, isn't that an old name for communists, Andy?
What? The bear? Oh, yeah, the bear.
The travelers.
Oh, the travelists?
Travelers, rather.
Travelers?
Yeah, I have a fellow traveler, remember? It was kind of code in the 50s.
But the bear is a Russian symbol, too, Putin bear.
Bear, big like bear.
Bear.
Hunters of travelers avoid any areas with bear tracks. Never mind that the weather's getting warm and every other week, and animals are going into hibernation, coming out of hibernation. They're all confused. We're ruining the friggin' planet, but that's okay. The lack of snow, exposure's den, and winter rain can make bears uncomfortable and restless.
That's no good.
Yeah.
Tar sands in Alberta. Cold. What is it called? Cold something. Cold Lake, Alberta. 12,000 barrels. And it has been leaking nonstop since May 20th.
Democracy is for
sale. Ask Stephen Harper.
Got a picture?
Of the goo? Yeah.
Nasty crap.
Nasty black crap, and they don't know how to clean it up. They have no idea what to do with it.
Yeah, and so Sally Fox dies in the Vermont Senate, and who do we get to take her place? Her hubby, a lobby whore, And
idea.
And they tout it like, ooh, how awesome.
Oh, that's what she would have wanted.
We're nepotistic and we're stupid.
Yeah, who cares what she would have wanted? What about what the people want? They don't need another lobby whore.
Say democracy.
And guess what his first vote was, Andy?
Vermont. Yeah, no, or whatever.
Thursday, Sirotkin took his first vote as a senator, a quick voice vote on a bill that would allow bars to serve flights of beer for tasting.
A flight?
What is a flight of beer?
Probably a little wisp.
I mean, come on.
About yay much.
Oh, geez. Yeah, here we are. Let's see. Senator Kevin Mullen, our Rutland, of course, Rutland is, our Rutland, told Sorokin if the bill makes it into law, he'll buy a flight of beer and lift a toast to Fox. Yeah, what did Fox die of, Patty?
Alcoholism.
Cancer.
Cancer.
Yeah, have some more Cancer Hall. It's good for you.
The Nelsons made the paper. Come on, leave Doug alone. The Agency of Agriculture is asking the court to admonish Nelson, Howe said, while stating to the court that Nelson is not actually in violation and is in fact technically in compliance.
Well, if he's technically in compliance, then technically they should drop the charges, right?
Leave him the heck alone. Yes, indeed. Richard's trying, people. Why don't you let him do his business, And if he doesn't do it right, we'll call him. But the judge is going to put on his mux in April and go see for himself. So at least Rainville got, willing to expend a calorie or two.
Yeah, well,
like some of these peeps who don't even come into the building.
Yeah, and at least, just believe anything. Well, the TV station's going to hell in a handbasket. Woo!
And let's get it right, man, because we all love our rivers. I don't think that a man like Richard Nelson, who's a trapper as a hobby, wants to not have rivers.
A headbanger.
Yeah, he's a trapper. He'd like to go get animals.
Yeah, and you know how they kill them?
Pelts. Yeah, they slap them with the little metal things.
They kill them with a hammer because they don't want any holes in the pelt. I never got that either, I mean, come on, you can't dispatch a struggling animal with a .22 that's been sitting in a trap for 12 hours.
Don't they?
But anyways,
they hit a hammer onto the heads of them beef you all eat.
Boom, boom. It's a dirty business all the way around.
Killing animals always sucks. You
got to look at their little brown eyes while they're,
I won't shoot them.
Yeah,
my wife will kill you if she can.
I'm all done with that.
Yeah, venison. People love their venison.
Yeah, well, as long again, no.
This got issues, I know, right? It's got belly worms or some shit.
Oh, God only knows. But anyways, at least during this, at least your man cow, look out, man cow. And so at least during this time, the GMO vote, Doug didn't send a bus full of seniors and stuff down there to the State House to say, oh, we love GMOs like he did in 05.
No,
Oh, and here we are. The multiple faces of wheat beer. Yep, here's Puke Boy.
It ain't all that tasty.
Oh, man.
Weizen, they call it in Germany.
Yeah, good God, man. You promote the stuff, and, they promote it and promote it and promote it. And guess what, Andy?
A healthy lifestyle for a change, peeps. Wouldn't hurt. Try some health.
Yeah.
There isn't really all that healthy. It really isn't. High in calories. Slows you down, dumbs you up, makes you fat, makes you dumb.
Yeah, and speaking of which...
We know some people that are super dumb because of beer.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Hello?
Like all of you.
Yes, we do. We can call out some initials, but we won't.
And guess what? Shummy, this is a rebuttal to Shummy's State of the State thing where, we had a heroin problem here in Vermont, Andy. It's big trouble in River City.
Legalized it. Oh, yeah. I know, and he wants to treat it like smoking, too.
Wow.
Just pay their way. Let's fix them. They're sick.
Yeah, well, anyways, get this. According to a 2013 Health Department report, found the people hospitalized for opioid overdoses remain consistent over the past 10 years. Okay, number 2, the number of opiate-related deaths has not changed significantly since 2006 and actually dropped 8% from 2011 to 2013. The Health Department said it could discern no specific trend in opiate deaths over the past decade. In 2013, the number of heroin deaths nearly doubled from 9 to 17, and deaths from prescription opiates fell from 46 to 39. He was right about the number of Vermonters in treatment. It surged 800% from 2000. Of course it has. We didn't have any treatment centers in Vermont until 2000.
39 people? He's worried about 39 people? There are tens of thousands of Vermonters suffering.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even care about them.
Oh, hell no. No opiates for you. We'll get to that. That's another article.
Jobs here, no jobs.
Oh, hell no. No.
Future.
It's like all these Republicans, too, the Tea
schools.
Partiers. Oh, we're going to go down to Washington and create jobs. And then when they get in there, all they want to do is probe women.
You're talking about Peter?
Yeah, your hoo-ha and all of them.
Peter's
man.
a squirrel.
Anti-abortion
He
laws.
lied to me. He lied to my face.
That's not pro-women.
No, hell
He's
no.
not really.
I wonder, well, there ain't no war on women, the Republican Party. No, it's just, it's just the Republican Party. And while Shumlin accented the growing problem of heroin, also suggested prescription drugs were part of the rising tide. However, a 2013 Vermont Health Department surveys of high school students, that misuse of prescription drugs has not increased since 2007. Okay, number 4. Overall property crimes, including larceny, which typically identify being committed by addicts seeking money for drugs, has steadily declined since 2008.
We had a rush, though, up here a couple of years of horrid. But it was by like 3 people, and we all knew who they were. And they were stoners.
Yeah.
They were a mess, and they needed to get caught, which they did.
And let's see. In response to the growing concern about opiate addiction, the work group, the top problems, alcohol and weed, were unchanged from 2007. What problem with weed? And this is a working group, the something SEOW.
Oh, God.
I had it here. It's the State Epidemiological Outcomes Work Group set out to identify which
who
areas.
thought that one up?
The group identified clearly and unambiguously 3 problems that should continue to receive high priority: underage drinking, high-risk drinking, and weed use. Well, they got 2 out of 3 right.
Yeah, weed use is, well, I know. There's stupid people smoke weed.
Oh, yeah.
You want to cure the heroin problem, Governor, lose this EB5 crap, and the high-end drug dealers will go away.
Yeah. Or how about hiring Vermonters to weld the gas pipe?
There you
fool?
go.
Oh,
That
we're
might
going to
help.
bring people
There's
up
a
from
great
Tennessee where they're
idea.
making meth.
Geez.
So anyways, according to the working group that actually studied all the statistics, right, what do you think they said, Andy? Alcohol. Alcohol is the number 1 problem we look at in every data set.
Yeah, well.
Oh, no. We got a heroin
It's the most
problem.
marketed drug in America, obviously.
Yeah, we got a heroin problem now. Oh, yeah. And,
Imagine if, like, NASCAR was sponsored by heroin.
and here it is, Andy.
Brought to you by Nodden.
Yeah. It's brought to you by cocaine. The Andy was right as usual. Something's fishy here, man. They threw this girl in the nut house for 5 weeks while they tried to
the safe,
settle the estate. Yeah.
forged a couple wills,
Yeah. Well, Sonny Schumacher,
paid off a notary.
former Vermont National Guard colonel and state Republican campaign official. Well, go figure. Of course he's going to kill himself. He's a Republican in Vermont. What, are you kidding me? I mean, that's like being, a black communist in Alabama. It ain't
gonna work.
It ain't gonna work. Good luck.
Oh my Lord, Mac! Puppy supper.
Left directions that his estranged wife was
Not with no blowtorch.
not to make contact with his sister regarding the will.
There was macaroni in that, wasn't there?
Yeah, the day after the bodies were found, Christina Schumacher was admitted against her will to the psych ward for a 72-hour
Okay.
examination. And the 72-hour examination turned into 5 weeks. How the heck does that work?
God, yeah, if I haven't been gassed enough, I need another puppy. There we go. Gas me. Come on, you can make them.
Meet my dog, methane and propane.
Oh my Lord. This thing can knock you senseless.
She ultimately was held for more than 5 weeks until a judge ruled there'd never been a reason for her to be there in the first place. Meanwhile, the legal skirmish from the probate court when Sonny's sister petitioned to have his body turned over to her, and the judge took note of the order and the passage of time since the death without action by the surviving spouse to arrange for disposition of the remains. Well, how was she supposed to arrange for the disposition if she's in the nut house?
That reminds me of what's that? Jaco Pastorius was trying to get a record deal while down in Bellevue on the payphone.
I've been in some of the finest mental institutions in the country, Andy.
You can get out.
Not me personally, but because my buddy Andy, he had the
Not
temerity rarity to always be caught with pot, and his mother had
Andy.
good insurance. Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah, Andy Andrews.
My mother would sell me down the river for $1.
Well, she had the good insurance, so they're all like, well, he keeps getting caught with weed, so there's got to be something wrong with him. Oh, but if he drank, that'd be perfectly normal.
He
But
could stay home and, work the ice machine.
eat his liver up, So anyways, formally classified this case as a homicide. She noted that the kid that he strangled had been assaulted by another. So he must have had to beat the hell out of his kid before he choked him.
Oh,
Oh, good going, guy. Yeah, great.
It gets grimmer and grimmer.
Oh, yeah.
The autopsy was revealing.
Yeah, the sister said in a phone interview she struggles over the body, said she was not dealing with, the wife, was not dealing with that while I was locked up against my will. She was also fighting to get out and had no plans to release the body until there was a full cooperation with the investigation. There you go.
Yeah, well, see, yeah.
They wanted to lock everything up.
She's obstructing. They got her on. They threatened her with obstruction.
Yeah, they locked her. They locked her
in the nut house,
and everything up.
jail.
Yeah. They can't. Yeah, we can't put you in jail, but we can put you in the nut house.
Well, yeah, but they could put her in jail if she didn't agree to go to the nut house.
Oh man, Essex police. She cooperated when she learned the Essex pigs were obtaining a subpoena for her to appear before a judge. Essex Police Chief Brad LaRose said Monday the investigation continues to sift through evidence. Oh, good going.
Busting a hump on that one, are you?
Yeah. It's like
we're in a rush.
It's like the Big Lebowski. Yeah, they got 3 shifts working on it night and day.
No.
They're getting overtime downtown.
Can't say much for the Credence. Don't hold out much hope for the Credence.
Oh, what's that smell? Oh, maybe a bum lived that stayed in your car, or maybe just used it for a bathroom. We don't know.
I love it when he crashes into the dumpster because he drops the roach in his lap.
Here we are.
That's a good movie.
Andy, we found out that the CIA imported heroin from Vietnam, cocaine from Central America, but they're not doing it now, right, in Afghanistan?
Well, they don't have to, because other people are taking it for them. I'm sure ATF and NSA are probably handling that load. The CIA taking the heroin thing was one of the biggest moves Nixon ever made. $27 million buy in 1967 probably saved 10,000 lives, because Ho Chi Minh, the shit was up for sale, and we decided that we'll take it off your hands. And it saved a lot of lives. I mean, war sucks, man. You got to play dirty.
Yeah. And speaking of which, I know people who have horrible medical problems, Andy, and they won't give them any pain control.
It's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you're middle-aged, because
or
God
ancient.
forbid, we don't want you to be addicted. Oh, no, but yet, if somebody's got to take insulin every day because they ate themselves into a friggin' diabetic oblivion, that's not an addiction, right?
No, actually it is, but we get the sarcasm.
Yeah, so some people don't. Anyways, this is from Tuesday, February 11th. Heart safety of pain pills reconsidered. Federal health experts taking a second look at the heart safety of pain meds used by millions of Americans to treat arthritis. The FDA is holding a 2-day meeting to examine the research on NSAIDs, which they tried to give to me in the 70s, and I'm all like Zomax. It wound up killing 300 people or something. It's insane.
Dodged the bullet on that one.
Yeah, which served as a backbone of U.S. pain treatment. I just went down the bar and bought a bunch of perks from old Jack behind the bar, The key question is whether naproxen, the key ingredient in bears Aleve and many other generic pain pills, carries a lower risk of heart attack and stroke than the other crap like ibuprofen sold as Advil by Pfizer and Motrin by Johnson & Johnson's, among others. Because, see, we'd rather test it out on you guinea pigs and let you have heart disease rather than give you a medication that's 2,000, 3,000 years old and actually works, because we don't want you to get addicted. Ooh! And never mind that if you do get addicted, all it takes is a handful of Valiums and a bag of weed, and you can get off the stuff in a week without even so much as the jitters.
Some supervision.
Yeah. Well, I did it myself.
There's ways. There are.
I did it myself after 3 different surgeries, Andy. It's no big deal.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, you got to have a little control, that's all.
Bowie knife, bottle of bourbon.
Yeah, get this. Get this. There's a big thing off.
Mobile home with a couple of whores.
Front page, here we are. A mother's quest to understand her son's fatal heroin overdose. Oh, yeah, it's really bad.
That's a big bunch of type.
Well, guess what, Andy?
Are they bleeding over this in their heart?
Oh, yeah, of course. Right. She's going to help others and stuff.
Right, okay, I'm going to use this as a quest.
Well, what do you think tipped him over? He had been clean for like, I don't know, a year or something, right? She dropped her son off it. She knew that he was going to have some beers. She didn't know that later he'd go to a gathering in Oak Ledge Park and drink heavily. Because that's the thing. Once you start drinking, you're all like, hey, man, I could use a line right now. So
he overdosed while drunk? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, we
it's hard to
immediately
measure crap when you're tanked.
Yeah, exactly.
Need you an Oompa Loompa, you're going to fire up like that.
Yeah, he'd stop being secretive. He told her about his struggle, stay away from heroin, snorting it until drug dealer told him he had to inject it or he couldn't have the heroin.
He had to inject it, or else.
Well, I guess that's the litmus test. I guess maybe the feds and the narcs will only snort it.
Oh, really? They'll snort it?
Yeah, well, that's the only thing I could think of, you know? Think about it.
That's clever.
Yeah. So anyway, she went to speak at the sentencing hearing.
You had to shoot up in front of him or you think you'd get busted.
Yeah, I think you're a cop.
God. You need better dealers. See, if this stuff was legal, this crap wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Go to the pharmacist or the apothecary and say, fix me up. A friend of mine's dying. Next door neighbor is dying. He's 70, what, 2, 4, something like that?
86.
He's 86. Okay, anyway. Cancer throughout his body, 30 to 60 days to live. He was in his bed crying for 4 hours today in pain. Why don't they let this man go home, let him have laudanum, 19th century, alcohol, morphine mix, give him a big old jar of this stuff, suck it down, make cocktails, let him have some acid, give him some peyote buttons, some, GBA.
My dad Oromorph.
Let him go home and have a few weeks of fun at the end. What is wrong with you people?
Oh, no, Andy, because he might not take it or he might sell it,
Yeah, exactly. He's trafficking down to Circle K. You want my pain meds? It's keeping me sane.
You people are witch doctors, all right?
I know. Worse. The 19th century medicine had better solutions than we got now. That's tragic.
Yeah. But it's okay to drink, Andy. Yeah. Oh, he could go down the liquor store and get drunk, Andy. This is from Monday's.
Last thing he bought was some brandy.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, laudanum is alcohol and some kind of. And anyways,
it's all in.
Pomona, wrong way driver on
Pomona, California.
Yeah, on
I know that place.
Route 60 in Diamond Bar.
I know exactly where that's at.
Yeah, it left 6 people dead. Suspicion of drunken driving, pre-dawn crash. Female driver was in serious condition with a broken femur and a ruptured bladder. But that's okay. She was cocked. It's 4:40 a.m.
What, did you run into a bus stop? People going to the hospital for work?
No, it was a multiple vehicle crash.
Oh, crap.
Everybody's going to work at 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning.
The commuters, man, they're out there forever.
Whoa! Look out for me. I cannot
6 people
see.
Dead.
And get this, Andy. State Environmental Agency bought off. I'm going to show this one again.
No, the CDC's a joke. What's going on in West Virginia?
We'll get to that. This is from that ash spill in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah, that's another disaster from hell.
Oh, there's heavy metals and all kinds of shit in this stuff, and it goes right into the river. Well, guess what? Environmental groups have tried 3 times in last year to use the federal Clean Water Act to force Duke Energy to clear out these leaky coal ash dumps like the one that ruptured last week. Each time, the North Carolina Department of Environmental Natural Resources blocked the lawsuits, intervening to assert its own authority to take enforcement, and then they give them wimpy little settlements and modest fines.
$90,000 fine.
Yeah.
$20 billion company.
And they never made them clean up the ash ponds.
No. Well, the problem is Duke's former chairman is the governor of the state.
Wow.
That's why you elected Satan, you idiots, in NC.
And his minion, Art Pope.
Yeah, you fools.
Environmentalists suggest the real goal of the state regulators has been to shield Duke from far more expensive penalties it might face if the case has ever made it to federal court. No, kind of like the
where
dairy.
is the feds? Where are the feds in this? When the governor is running interference so he can poison his state.
Well, they do it here, Andy.
Feather his nest.
Instead of making the farmers clean up their act, we know that all the shit going into the lake is killing people and everything else. Are killing fish and dogs with the blue-green algae, but yet they won't go after the dairy farmers, and their Mexican slaves.
They should help them.
Exactly.
Help them to do the right thing.
Most of them want to do the right thing.
That's what I think.
Like, get off the liquid manure. That's the first thing.
Richard wants to do the right thing.
Go back to dry manure. It's got to happen.
You know?
And look at this, Andy. You know how I was telling you last week about that empty mall in Rutland?
Yeah,
Well,
that disaster.
Yeah, they're using it to train the pigs. Yeah, any resistance, we'll kill you. And like the other guys in Idaho used to say,
Real life crime scenarios in an empty building.
aim for their feet.
Empty mall.
You know, it's an empty mall.
The next time you encounter an empty mall, you'll know what to do.
Yeah, well, yeah, go down there. Shoot the Orange Julius guy.
There you go. Yeah. Food court attack.
And speaking of which, in this
These
month's
prisoners is like fake customers and stuff.
Rolling Stone, there's an article on how Uncle Sam, thanks Fatty, yeah, there's Uncle Sam right there selling dirty energy to
coal.
third worlders. Oh yeah, how the U.S. exports global warming.
Coal.
And President Osama, pet coke.
Oh.
And President Osama's right up there with it.
Oh yeah, he's a geek. Bill Gates is Optum Energy, a coal outfit in Texas. They have 2 natural gas plants and 1 coal plant. They went Chapter 11. Wilbur Gates going Chapter 11. What does that tell you about I'm $80 billion strong?
This black gunk that's left over from the tar sands crap is called petroleum coke or pet coke.
Oh gosh.
It's like concentrated coal, denser and dirtier than anything comes out of a mine. It emits 15% more climate pollution, 12 times as much sulfur, more heavy metals.
That sulfur goes into sulfuric acid.
Oh, yeah. In Canada, the stuff is treated like a waste product, yet the country has stockpiled 80 million tons of it.
Awesome.
Hey, oh, Canada.
They're the most dangerous country on earth. They need to be watched. They need to be made an enemy of the U.S.
Joanna Herring.
Shut down that border.
We won't mention our ties to Joanna Herring on this show because I don't want to die early, if you know what I mean. Anyways.
So we won't go there.
Yeah, the market price is 1/3 that of coal. American pet coke is less expensive, including the shipping, than China's coal.
Cool.
Yeah, so we're selling this crap to third world countries so we can poison the planet even faster. Good going, Obama.
Well, fewer people, fewer problems.
Yeah,
right?
and get this, more cancer. So when your kids come down with cancer,
does that say 666 on your license?
Yeah. Get this.
066. Okay.
Get this. During Hillary Clinton's reign as Secretary of State, the department outsourced its flawed environmental assessment of Keystone to a longtime contractor for the pipeline's builder, TransCanada, whose top lobbyist, get this, just happened to have served as deputy manager for Hillary's 2008 presidential run.
No, there's no connection there.
Oh, yeah. Hillary herself, in a 2010 appearance at the Commonwealth Club, sounded fatalistic. She says, we're either going to be dependent on dirty oil from the Gulf or dependent on dirty oil from Canada. Hey, Hillary, you haven't had an original thought in your head since 1972 when you worked for McGovern.
No,
Good God, man.
Well, she did have one original thought. Vince must die. That's it. She thought that one up.
Oh, and there's a good article in here on the Pope, too, man. This guy is really something, and he's rattling the cages over there. It's unbelievable, Andy.
Yeah, they
God
are.
bless him. God bless him.
Well, he's pissed because the beef in Argentina ain't what it used to be, and it's like...
Well, they're factory farming it like here.
He's mad about that, so he's like, I'm done here. I'm gonna start wasting people and calling a spade a spade.
Instead of letting them roam the pampas like they used to do.
If he could have had burger
with the vaqueros making some of the best steaks on the planet. No, they're locking them up in pens.
They're wrecking it. Come on, people.
And all the shit goes into the rivers.
Awesome. Argentinian chocolate was second only to Swiss.
Oh, and guess what, Andy?
What?
Vermont math.
Uh-oh. 9 plus 9 is 17?
Yeah, that's right.
How'd that happen?
And now they're calling babies affected by drugs.
Not addicted?
Not addicted, affected by drugs. Never mind that there's 1 million times more fetal alcohol syndrome with kids. Come on, people. In Maine, the number...
By any other name.
Yeah, you think? LePage, that idiot in Maine, wants to get the drug dealers off the streets. He's going to ramp up the enforcement efforts, in Maine, the number of babies born affected by drugs skyrocketed to more than 900 last year, or about 7% of all births. Wow.
What's the biggest town in Maine?
That would be, I think, Portland or...
Okay, you go to Portland, Maine.
Augusta.
You go to the biggest bank in Portland, Maine. You go to the main office with the biggest bunch of suits in it, and then you arrest those fools.
Yeah.
That's how you get rid of your dope dealers. Because that's who the dope dealers are. Not some black kid on a bus.
Oh, man.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, HSBC. You know, we've got that here, too. Because President Osama,
You're giving him more breaks.
yeah, well, he's bitching. He's bitching about
You gotta let them off the hook.
about Iran. You know, we're gonna double down and
Really lean on Iran.
yeah, oh yeah,
No,
you
we're
know,
not.
and yet, you know, HSBC. Not only got caught washing drug money and dealing with the Iranians. Here it is, right here. President Obama warns firms that violate Iran sanctions. Oh, yeah. How about HSBC, you fool? Patty. Oh, it don't matter.
Hey, Patty, you there?
Yeah.
You missed it.
No, speaking about companies, this is from today's paper,
How about
February 12th.
HSBC?
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Patty.
Yeah, look at his little waving ass with that French fool.
Yeah, who came single because both his girlfriends told him to screw himself.
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, Phil.
speaking about companies doing business with Iran in violation of the sanctions still in place, Osama said, "We will come down on them like a ton of bricks if they don't hold up their end." Yet HSBC only got $1 billion fine. Nobody went to jail.
The backstory on that is while this guy's been visiting, 100 French executives have been to Tehran in the last week.
Yeah, plane loads of them.
Plane loads of them. It's like, oh, these sanctions might drop. We're here.
Yeah, here we are. We're back.
A lot of morality up in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever the money goes, that's where the garbage flows.
Yeah, that's the rapist. They're the rapist. We're the rapist. That's right. Our military. We rape
they do
men,
this time?
women, the planet, and you, the taxpayers. That's right. We're the military. If we're not hammered, we're not military. White House mulls drone strike on American suspect overseas. Never mind the rule of law. Never mind having charges. Never mind arresting or detaining people. No.
You forgot about the Patriot Act.
Yeah, the Hellfire missile. Just send them a $60,000 Hellfire missile right up their ass.
That's a bargain.
Yeah, the case that galvanized congressional opponents of Obama's plan to transfer drones from the CIA to the Defense Department. Before the plan was announced, either CIA or Pentagon drones could go after terrorist targets, even if they were U.S. citizens, Andy. Oh, that's not propaganda. You're a terrorist. If you don't like what we heard you used to be a communist or a fascist, now it's terrorist. It's always some kind of ism.
Terrorism.
Yeah, you know, here we are. U.S. service members often fined or demoted for sex crimes. Yeah,
How
that's
many?
it. Yeah, sure.
Only 60,000.
It's insane. This is from Monday, February 10th. It's just insane. More than 1,000 records obtained by the AP through a FOIA request describe hundreds of cases in graphic detail, painting a disturbing picture of how senior American officers prosecute and punish troops accused of sex crimes. They verged on the chaotic, with strong cases reduced to lesser charges. In 2 rape cases, commanders overruled recommended for court-martials and dropped the charges instead.
Well, you never know if this guy needed to be cannon fodder.
Yeah.
It is the military.
Oh, geez. Of 244 service members whose punishments were detailed, only 1/3 of them were even jailed. The analysis of the reported sex crimes filed between 2005 and 2013 shows a pattern of random and inconsistent judgment. The Marines were more likely than others to send offenders to prison, with 53 out of 270. By contrast, the Navy's 203 cases, more than 70 were court-martialed or punished. Only 15 were actually sent behind bars. The Air Force was the most lenient of 124 sex crimes. The only punishment for 21 offenders was a letter of reprimand. Don't do it again, mister, or else. And victims increasingly declined to cooperate or recanted, a sign they've been losing confidence in the system. And guess what, Andy? Most of the accusers said that they were sexually abused after nights of heavy drinking.
Yeah, well.
Oh. No, you think? Because if you smoke weed and it stays in your system 30 days, you're out of the military, mister. But you can drink, take coke, speed, everything, and it's gone in 3 short days.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Rape used to be part of the standard procedure of conquest.
Yeah.
You needed to rape the enemy's wives and daughters so that they would have your children and be less likely to counterattack.
Well, that's why Alexander the Great killed every person over like 3 years old in Afghanistan when he rolled in there.
Yeah, he was only there for a couple days.
Oh, sorry.
Couple of days.
Yeah, Jesus hates gays, and there's the gays in Africa protesting. And guess what, Andy? No, Ahmed, I told you it's the green wire.
What'd they do this time?
Baghdadi insurgents, detergents accidentally set off their own car bomb Monday at a training camp in an orchard in the Sunni area north of Baghdad.
This is old news.
Leaving 21
Just like the gas,
dead.
they set it off themselves. Here we go again.
Yeah. Authorities found 7 car bombs, several explosive belts, and roadside bombs after searching 2 houses and a garage in the dense area. I thought it was an orchard. Is it an orchard or a dense area?
Dense orchard area?
What the hell? Oh, wonder why. Is this for real? Bomb experts began work immediately to defuse the explosive. Security forces rushed to the area after hearing the explosion and arrested 22 men trying to flee the area.
Trying to not die from the explosions, yeah.
Yeah,
you're running away. You must be guilty.
Your ears are ringing and bleeding, your eyes are popped out of your head.
I just don't want to get killed by the next blast.
Oh, man.
I'm going to jail for that.
Yeah, it's secondary.
Sucks to be you. Come on, people. We need to stop supporting the morons trying to overthrow Assad. He's not going away that way. The Russians are going to keep him.
Every country that had black sites, that had CIA prisons, has gone down, Andy.
Like what?
Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, and Syria.
And now the CIA runs Egypt, Tunisia, Libya. Syria not yet, but they're trying.
But it's just insane. You cooperate.
Nobody runs Tunisia anymore. And the South Sudan, that was a really good idea.
Yeah, sit, Mac, sit. Here it is. We're just killing the planet, eh? This guy he come down from Canada to tell us how good the Keystone Pipeline is, and the Vermonters sung him off the stage, Andy.
What? The Canadians are on crack. They're like fascists. They're stupid.
Yeah.
The government is just so not supportive of anybody at all except China. That's their only ally.
Most of his talk were focused on energy and the issues surrounding Keystone Pipeline.
I hope they approve it, though, so it doesn't go through here.
Oh, man, it will.
All the crap burned down the Missouri River.
Anyways, his name is Gary Dewar. He served as a Canadian emissary since '09. A little over 2 minutes into his speech when he heard a cat call about the atmosphere, followed soon by a woman who rose up and sang solo a verse of protest. We shall not give up, we have only started. Then joined by 7 others who sang the refrain in harmony, as Dewar sporadically asked them to let him continue, eh? Can I continue? Colchester.
Oh, cool. Rock and roll, people.
Yeah.
Shout that fool down.
And here's Pazos. More stuff's coming out about this Manson-looking mofo.
What's he doing?
Well, you see, if you kill with a gun, Andy, you're not crazy. But if you kill someone with a knife, I guess you're crazy. So we're
Is that the lobby guy? Nah, he's a mess.
No, this is the guy that killed the, what do you call it? The social worker.
Oh.
Well, see, it turns out that the social worker lived upstairs from his ex-girlfriend. Of course, he's got a couple little bass kids laying around. And
I smell lesbian relationship gone awry.
The lesbians!
He lost his girl to a girl, so he lost his mind.
I just love that word, lesbians, man. I don't know. I can't say it enough.
His package was smaller than the woman's.
It's like Pussy Riot, Pussy Riot, Pussy Riot. Anyways.
They're not a bad band.
No, man. And let's see.
Russians.
Pazos could have possibly a resentment toward Smith since she sided with the mother of Pazos' second child, Sharon Fialco, during a custody dispute. Now, how are you going to give this guy custody? He didn't have a job. He's insane. insane and he's living in a dumpster.
I don't know. We know someone with custody's worse than that.
Oh, man, you think?
Newport Center.
Mack was also acquainted with Smith while working on a funding project for the artists in the early 2000s. Grant-sucking chair warmers, just like here. You know, on the way in, I was looking at the signs for the waterfront and the boardwalk.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Oh, they're beautiful, you know?
Magical.
It's just incredible. We paid how much for it? $50,000 a year for the Newport Renaissance Committee? Unbelievable. And she later lived upstairs in Old Nathan. It's a close friend to visit frequently. Okay, anyways. Yeah, right. But he's crazy. And here it is. Vermont gas proposal to run through Heinsberg Park. Go Heineberg. Oh, is that your sacred park? Well, too bad. His is our sacred pipe of heat. A 12-inch gas main, Andy.
Natural gas.
Wow.
Small potatoes.
Yeah, it's like the Firesign Theater, Patty, remember? Well, this is our sacred mountain. Well, this is our sacred antenna.
There you go.
And here it are. GMOs be labeled. The debates in the home stretch. And guess who's
Label everything.
Guess who's chairman of the Agriculture Committee, Andy?
I'm guessing it's a Welch.
No.
A Nelson?
No, Senator Stupid. Well, he might as well
Star?
be. Yeah, the Starfia. The head of the Starfia.
I don't think he's head, man. We saw him on the air. He's not all that.
Oh, man.
He dresses like a... Oh, God, no. I don't think he's all... I mean, there's got to be someone with that family with brains, because it ain't him.
Oh, geez, you think? Well, it's like you can go on VermontDigger.org.
Reminds me of W.
Yeah.
Someone else is doing the thinking for him.
Maybe when we see this sign...
He doesn't dress well.
We can put VermontDigger.org on the bottom. But if you go to VermontDigger.org, you can click on the politicians map and see where they took their money from, Andy. Mm-hmm. And
Not
go
from
and
anyone good.
Look at Senator Stupid.
Probably his mom and dad, right?
Oh, right, yeah, Mom Monsanto.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
He knows where they're at?
Lunchtime
They gave him money?
Sorrell is scheduled to testify about those risks today, Friday, before the Senate Ag Committee, but has already made his opinion clear, including at a lunchtime meeting Thursday with Committee Chairman Bobby Starr, Democrat of Essex and Orleans. Well, you know...
He's our guy?
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, man.
About 90% of course...
The striped green shirt with the green tie, it didn't work.
And, and who's getting exempted from the GMO laws, Andy? Farmers.
Probably us.
Farmers.
Well, they're the only ones that grow stuff.
Well, but I mean from the labeling.
Well,
90% of the corn, cotton, soy, and sugar beets grown in the U.S. come from genetically engineered seeds. Okay.
You said 90%?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much a done deal, isn't it?
Well, that's it. You have to look out for yourself, people. Look for the kosher sign. The rabbis won't bless anything that's genetically modified.
There you go.
And if you want sugar, get real cane sugar. If it don't say cane sugar on the bag, it's not real cane sugar. It's from sugar beets, and it's that genetically modified crap. And
So you recommending kosher food?
Yeah, that's the only way to get around it. That's the current labeling, believe it or not.
Thank you, chosen people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In Alaska, they call them the frozen chosen. Fairbanks, Alaska has the northernmost synagogue in the world, and they're very proud.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and they've helped make the Fairbanks School District, thanks to Harvey Kutzbard, is now #1 in the state.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks to the synagogue. They're volunteering at the schools. They're just being really helpful up there.
Home of the Northern Lights. Anyways.
Amen.
There are environmental plunder agency, and we know that the industry, the coal industry,
they're useless.
Has captured the North Carolina legislator.
Yeah, well, the governor works for them.
The dairy industry has captured Vermont. Well, here it is, Andy. Get
it's like
this.
Making Hitler a rabbi.
Yeah, really. Tuesday, February 11th, lawmakers to meet with Environmental Plunder Agency about lake shit plane cleanup. Oh, good luck with that.
Go good.
Yeah. Key Vermont lawmakers are planning to meet with the EPA to talk about Wednesday session set for noon. They should be coming out right about now.
Hey, it's martini time.
Yeah, that's it. Which way to the bar, Mr. Starr?
We want flautas.
Yeah, is expected to include official officials from the Boston Regional Office and the federal agency, as well as the chairs and vice chairs of 8 Vermont House committees.
Cool. That's a lot of House committees.
Lawmakers said they expect to hear about the EPA's expectations for the state efforts to reduce pollutants flowing into the lake.
It's going to suck. They're not going to do diddly. They work for Obama. It's over. Do something.
At issue is save a fish, shoot a farmer.
There you go.
At issue is the total TMDL, the maximum daily load for the lake, meaning how much runoff laden with sediment, cow shit, should be allowed to flow into Lake Champlain.
None.
The question has been the subject of litigation for years. With environmental groups arguing the state has not done enough to limit the flow of polluted runoff.
Or anything.
Here's the thing. In the Clean Water Act...
state government is a joke.
The Clean Water Act says that if you convey something, like a factory, if it's a pipe, it's conveying the shit, right? Then it's a pollutant. But yet farmers are exempt because, it conveys from a pool underneath the cow to a pool outside the barn, and they pipe it into a tank and then convey it to the fields. But somehow, boys and girls, that isn't a conveyance under the law in Vermont, because we're stupid. Did I tell you? We're stupid. We're stupid. We're stupid.
We gotta keep it clear and simple and stop double talking.
Yeah.
All that.
Go back to dry shit, okay? It's that simple. We had 12,000 farms 30 years ago, and you could eat the fish, and there was plenty of them.
So he's not anti-farm, he's anti-dumb.
Yeah, anti-dumb. That always works for me.
It helps.
Patty. And
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, yeah.
Good heroin.
Yeah, there he is.
Didn't use it right.
Make him roll up his sleeves.
Hoofty, huh?
Yeah, Hoofty.
Who's Hoofty?
Oh, that woman, Hoofty Johnson.
Hoofty Johnson.
Darcy Johnson, leader of the anti-single-payer group Vermonters for Healthcare Freedom. Now, she's not taking money from the insurance companies, would she, Andy?
Probably from all of them.
Yeah, you think?
I hope she's taking it from a bunch.
This woman's about 300
pounds. If you're going to lie that much.
Yeah, she weighs about 300 pounds. She's going from committee to committee. She's breathing down every Republican's neck because she's probably giving them all kinds of campaign cash. And she spends her full time, Andy, a full-time, Vermonters for Healthcare Freedom. So that's
she takes time out for lunch.
Yeah, big lunches. It's important to get Vermont Republicans talking about healthcare freedom because it could be a tool for recruiting candidates, raising money, and ultimately winning elections. Because, us Republicans think that you people are stupid and you don't want health care unless you can pay for it with big money because you're all making big money out there. We don't want to raise the minimum wage and we want to put a probe up your hoo-ha before you get an abortion. Unbelievable.
The feds are talking about raising the federal minimum wage to $10 an hour.
Oh, it should be 20. Are you kidding me? And here's our geezer Horaslature.
You're a socialist.
Yeah, that's right. Get this, Andy. These people are so stupid. They changed the campaign finance law to go from $2,000 to $10,000 per race because they ain't making enough money at $800 a week to go down to Montpelier. Well, guess what? They said it means that when they took away the old can, they didn't put in new ones until next year. That means there would be no limits for the 2014 election.
Well, Shumlin doesn't have any opposition anyway.
Oh, we just forgot a year.
He'll just collect a bunch of... He has thrown a lot of, fundraisers.
Oh, dude. Representative Cynthia Brownington of Arlington and Chris Pearson of Burlington Progressive, an old friend of yours truly, were among those saying Friday they'd like to open the matter for a broader debate.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Yeah, no shit. When a candidate who opposes raising the minimum wage has received large donations from Walmart executives, don't you think it'd be good info for voters? Well, no, because nobody votes anymore.
Who?
And here's our...
You vote for wrong people when they vote. So.
Yeah, really, because they lie to you.
Obama won.
Yeah, he lied to us.
And Romney came in second. There's 2 huge transgressions to the sanity of America right there.
Everybody knew Romney was something wrong with him, man. He's like that neat freak you had
for
a
dare.
roommate.
The Republicans are just daring you.
Well, it was either, do you remember Caribou Barbie? Come on. The girl couldn't even shoot. You go on YouTube.
Don't we miss her? Come on.
Go on YouTube and watch her.
She was
shooting
fun.
A rifle. She can't shoot.
She was fun.
And saying, thanks, Patty.
She was a shitty governor, but she was fun.
Well, guess what our new kneecap scores prove, Andy?
She brought back the MILF.
Yeah, girls from higher income families are top performers at Vermont schools, but low-income boys are marooned at the bottom.
Well, stupid white people get no hope.
Yeah, unless you're a SPED. If you're a SPED, you can get an individualized assessment program, cost $75,000, have a SPED hand holder all day long, you know.
Your sanity is a hindrance.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
You'll get this. 86% of higher income girls have proficiency or better in reading compared to 50% of low income boys. So only half of our boys can read.
Oh, goody.
Okay.
I think that number's high.
In math, the comparison is 70 to 42%.
Can't add either.
Oh, yeah. And overall scores, now this is overall. Among students grade 3 to 8, 70% were better proficient in reading, down 3 points from 2012. And math, 62% are proficient, down 3 points. 5th grade writing, now mind you, this is when they should be learning in the elementary grades. 5th grade writing ticked up 2 points to 53%. So that means 58% of the kids, 57%
Are useless.
Can't write.
Are useless.
They can't write.
They're going to be your boss someday because their daddy owns the company.
8th grade writing dropped 8 points to 54%. So that means,
they're really stupid.
56% are stupid. Among 11th graders, reading stayed at 74% and math went down to 35%. Okay.
You have no self-esteem, do you? And if you stay dumb young, you're not going to get brighter as you get older. You're going to lose out on your whole life.
Get on the internet, get a calculator, follow the directions.
Just read books.
Read,
Go to the library. Go to the library. Yes, indeedy.
And here it is, yeah.
Make
Read
your brain work.
everything.
If you don't let your brain work, it's like a muscle, people. You don't exercise it, it goes fallow.
No, they just play video games. Why? When you can play video games.
And those things are designed to dumb you up.
Now, get this. That rich kid, man, he killed 4 and he got probation, Andy.
Was he did he have the vapors?
Oh, he had affluenza. That's what they're calling it now.
A good lawyer.
Oh, yeah. Fort Worth, a judge Wednesday ordered a Texas teen to 10 years probation and a drunken driving crash that
with
killed
alcohol in a car, that's why.
4 people to go to a rehab facility.
Texas, aren't there always alcohol?
I think you can drink and drive in Texas, right?
Yeah, you used to be able to. Prosecutors asked to give him 20 years in state custody to the 2 people who were severely injured, in addition to the 4 that died. But no, the sentence stirred fierce debate as the testimony of a defense expert said that Couch's wealthy parents coddled him into a sense of irresponsibility, and the expert termed the condition affluenza.
That's awesome. To blame his lazy fat ass for being a lazy fat ass on lazy fat acidness as an illness is genius.
Oh, man, yeah.
He's a pig because he's a pig because he's a pig. He's a piggy pig.
Oh, yeah.
Therefore, he's piggish.
Vermont Army Guard is honored, Andy, for air rescues. What air rescues?
I don't know. Did they save somebody?
Well, they're saving themselves out looking for weed.
Where?
They didn't save anybody. It's like, what the hell?
Air rescue?
They dial up his office once a month on average. He says, they have 10 choppers, considers real-life rescues phenomenal training for wartime missions. Oh, yeah, right. What about the weed patrols, you jackass? The unit is on call 24 hours a day. The calls that come in don't always happen when you want them to, he added, but there's value in it every time you fly. Yeah, it's called flight play. Oh, I get paid every time that chopper starts up. Insane. Yeah, ex-cop.
Sochi's 63 degrees today.
Ex-cop, shot 9 kids 9 times and killed that 1 kid. And here we are. Look at these kids. They're jumping into lack shit plane. That's right. We're going to make money for the Special Olympics by getting sick. Yeah, go for the E. coli. Okay. Good going. It's insane. USA, more kids dying in Afghan violence, but it's not us, Andy. According to the report, the UN report, it's the Taliban, it's the Afghans, it's everybody but our drones and our bullets, because our bullets are good bullets, Andy, and noble bullets, Patty.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, and on the flip side, thanks, here we are. Republicans are going to cut our way to prosperity. You idiots! Oh, sure. Weak jobs report offers hints of optimism. If you read the end of the article, it's just the opposite, Andy. Let's see. Home sales and construction are rising, a trend they expect to continue. If it does, more constructions would be created and would likely lead to higher retail spending. Sounds like the bullshit at J. Peak, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe this, maybe
could
that.
be, wipe. Yeah, you know.
How much time left?
Yeah, the globe. 5 minutes. 4. The global economy appears in better shape in the past 3 years when the crisis threatened U.S. growth. Oh, yeah, it might, it could, you know.
Our economy is all smoke and mirrors right now.
It's junk. It's junk. There's nobody with money.
Yeah, we have.
And the Republicans
Well, the moneyed people have
they're
money.
supposedly worried about the debt. Andy, every dollar is an instrument of debt. Your money is debt. You know, no debt, no money. If they canceled all the debt, there'd be no money in
They know what
circulation.
they'll fix it when they get around to using Hitler's solution.
Oh, yeah, we're
I
stupid.
don't care what my money's worth. I'm basing my value on the blood of my people. They'll
Yeah.
use the same exact quote. Watch in 10 years.
Yeah, 561 children were killed in Afghanistan, 1,195 wounded just last year, 34% rise. 235 women died, 511 wounded. The International Military has condemned the detergents with a continuing disregard for human life. Oh,
Well, they're
yeah.
winning the war. Why would they care? They're killing people to win.
That's
We're losing, they're winning.
insane.
No, and speaking of Asia and all that, Kerry's assistant on Asia is Dan Russell.
Yeah?
Russell, Brown Brothers Trust, ring a bell?
Brothers Harriman, really?
Russell, yes. Russell is his #1 aide. You know, Bonesman hiring Bonesman.
Oh, yeah, Skull and Bones. Look it up, people.
2 Bonesmen in the Obama administration, pretty much running the show on the
Remember
foreign
the numbers.
policy.
3, 2, 2. That's it. Skull and Bones. 3, 2, 2. Here it is.
They're like number 23.
Yeah, no more dough for the bobbin-headed draft dodgers. Ultra-Orthodox Jews protested the Israeli draft. The Israeli Supreme Court said, "Hoy, if you're going to live here, you got to soiv, and you got to soiv
They
now."
all do.
No, not the Orthodox.
Well, they shouldn't have to.
They used water cannons and fired stun grenades at loud crowds of black-garbed bobbin men. The violent protest came just days after the Supreme Court ruling ordered funding halted to the Orthodox seminaries whose students dodged the draft. The ultra-Orthodox Jews have for years been exempt from military service, which is compulsive for everyone else, which caused widespread resentment. And prominently in last year's election, the ultra-Orthodox parties lost grounds and found themselves outside government.
Oh, well. They'll get private sponsorship, don't worry.
Well, it's like here, you know, 50% of the Israelis want peace and 50%
George
don't.
Soros will pony up the difference.
Yeah, right. Here we are. Vote the beard. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, he's
Which
going to
one,
take care of
Karzai?
everything. Yeah.
You don't want to win.
Oh, and
Not Karzai,
speaking
sign
of
up.
money and corruption and everything, an enormous amount of money was spent to defeat me and Sandy Dooley and the incumbents. Very little has been reported. That's right. It's Pam McKenzie. Nobody beats Pam's meat. You know, if they tried to keep the Vermont label on her products, but you know, it's made in Souderton, Pennsylvania. It's not McKenzie's of Vermont.
There's water on Mars. It's flowing underground.
1 minute.
Yeah, and
And you were talking about the Jews. The Jews have joined South America in a trade agreement with the, the Peace of the Pacific
that stupid
Council.
partnership.
Oh, it's an awesome partnership. 26 of the GNP. Pacific Alliance. Chile, Colombia, Mexico, Peru.
Look at this, Andy Blaney's walking in Havana.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he's going door to door.
Sanders?
Yeah.
He's
Leahy's,
such a loser. Why do you people vote for him?
Leahy's down there with him with
Oh,
Jeff
God.
Flake.
They're
Yeah.
both losers. Why do you vote for these people?
And here
They're
we are.
idiots. Don't vote for them next time.
Yeah, we need more Mexicans, Andy. The country's going to snot. They're
Could
rounding
stand
up
to have
people.
some Mexican restaurants up in here.
Yeah, really.
Let them cook.
Yeah,
Seconds.
they're kidnapping people.
Allah
Once again,
Akbar, people.
You wasted a perfect good out of your life watching this stupid program, and hopefully we'll see you next week. And until then, look east, get down on your knees, pray to the God of your choice, and say, "Hello Akbar, Hello Akbar. My
all
God's
work
better than your
together.
God."
All your gods are on the same side.
Get in the groove and let the good times roll. We're gonna stay here till we soothe our soul. If it takes all night long. Come on and let the good times roll. We're gonna stay here till we soothe our soul. If it takes all night long. The evening sun is sinking low. The clock on the wall says it's time to go. But I got my plans and I got plans for you. I'll tell you exactly what we're all gonna do. Get in the groove and let the good times roll. We're gonna stay here till we soothe our soul. If it takes all night long. Come on and let the good times roll. We're gonna stay here till we soothe our soul. If it takes all night long. Listen, might be 12 o'clock and it might be 3.